Hello everyone. This video is gonna be kind of different, so it's not me moving or dancing. Well, I guess I'll be doing yoga. I'll be stretching and talking. And so I decided to open up and share my thoughts about life. And so I guess this will be my first episode. And not sure what I'm gonna call these talks. Nothing solidified yet. But I wanted to address in this case, it'll be about mental illness, which is rampant in the world and society. So I just wanted to kind of elaborate my perspective and how to navigate through this in a positive and holistic way. So today's topic is about self-sabotage. And I'm sure everyone can, not everyone, but a lot of people can relate to this subject. And self-sabotage basically is about how you purposely or indirectly sabotage anything for your well-being. That means mental, physical, spiritual. You're sabotaging some people tend to sabotage their happiness, their greatness, their wellness, their success. And so in my thoughts, I think it stems from this past trauma and wounds from childhood, from family, from friends, from an event that was very traumatic. And, you know, maybe the person's mind or the mind tends to put traumatic events and things away. It stores it away in the mind. And then the person's not really understanding that it's constantly running in the background. This program is running in the background and they're not aware of it. Or maybe they are aware of it based on where you are in your journey and your healing. But some people have some programming because they grew up in a very harsh family structure or system or society, traumatic event, and they indirectly or maybe directly sabotage their happiness or their well-being because they're used to what they've gone through. Some people don't really understand it or realize it, that they can be conditioned and accept their trauma and their wounds. And so therefore it becomes their reality. And they're not really understanding. And I believe this turns into self-sabotage, or it can be the byproduct that turns into, or be the recipient, what we call self-sabotage. And when I was younger, I believe I had this, or maybe it wasn't really aware of it, but I do recall some things where I grew up in a system where there was not a lot of happiness and not a lot of love, not a lot of peace. So when you grow up in that environment or that state, then it becomes who you are. And as you age, you mature. But some people age and mature but never really fully heal from the wound and the trauma. So that's where the self-sabotage comes in. They're not actually realizing it, that they're doing it, but they think it's okay because it's normal for them. The trauma and the pain, it becomes a part of who they are, and they don't know any other different, so they don't know any other way. So you can't really blame that person or blame yourself if that happens to you. But I think the awareness starts to settle in when you start to heal. And that means through spirituality, through God, whatever it means you find the way through peace and clarity. When you start to heal those wounds from inside and out, from the core of the wounds that gets addressed, and you start to heal, then you start to realize, sorry about that, the plane, you start to realize that you're holding on to a lot of trauma, a lot of pain. And you start to understand your psychology when there is a trigger or a wound or whatever, and someone triggers you and it comes up, and you realize, oh, I am sabotaging my happiness or sabotaging my marriage or sabotaging my relationship or my wellness or whatever. It could be subconsciously. So you gotta be really mindful and aware of all the subconscious thoughts that are running in the background. Then you're able to understand and be present on how to navigate through your trauma and understand the self-sabotage, and then you learn to reprogram your mindset to move forward. So I know it's a very complicated subject, but I've been doing a lot of spiritual work, a lot of inner healing. I've been around people that's healed and that's been through trauma, so I understand completely what that is. And as I said it before, we're in a society where mental illness is rampant, and the agreement of it, and um, society, humanity is, I don't know, it's kind of sad. I'm from Los Angeles, and there's a lot of homeless population. There's a lot of the homeless population that are rampant all over the city. I guess other states as well. And yeah, the old version of me would, you know, get on them about, they're making a mess everywhere, they're doing drugs, but these people have hearts and they have emotions, they have stories, they have families, and no one, not no one, but the person that judges tends to not ask, oh, what is their story, or what are they going through, and why are they in this way? So I guess in a sense, a lot of the homeless people are indirectly self-sabotaging themselves as well. I guess I would say a lot of them, because usually the ones that have families, loved ones that love them, they're caring about the mother, the daughter that's in the streets, the victims don't want help. So I guess in a sense they're sabotaging their happiness and their greatness and their happiness and their love for themselves and for their family. And this is why I addressed this. I wanted to elaborate on the deeper aspects of what self-sabotage is all about, and learning how to navigate through it and to find a peaceful solution. So I would say my solution to the problem is you gotta want to really sit with yourself and ask yourself if you really if you want help. You can't help a person that doesn't want help. So you have to be mindful of that. So that means sitting with yourself and going through what you're going through in your life. So if you have traumas or triggers or wounds, just really learning how to sit with yourself and be honest, and asking yourself, in what ways am I contributing towards a problem with someone or with a family member? What am I doing? Am I self-sabotaging? How can I be better? What can I do? So my solution is find yourself, find God, the spirituality, in whatever ways you can. That's in a positive way. But usually this happens when you really sit with yourself and start to love yourself unconditionally. And I feel like when you start to frame this mindset, the awareness of healing starts. So it's really up to you. So just learn to allow yourself, learn to love yourself, and this is going to end my episode of Self-Sabotage. If you have any comments, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate the love in the comments, so I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for your time. Cyberstate.